Social and emotional skills are the essential skills for success in school, work, and life.
Social emotional learning centers their mind and body. It reduces their emotional tension so they can be open to new content and material. We find that academic outcomes increase exponentially when students are nurtured, loved, and cared for, that we get much more out of them when we first address social emotional needs. So for us, it's actually an academic intervention and not just an emotional one.
If we expect students to be college and career ready, it's important for us to focus on these skills and competencies: self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, relationship skills, and responsible decision-making. Self-awareness is the ability to identify your emotions, to be able to tie thoughts and feelings to behaviors.
We find that self-awareness is one of the hardest things for young people, being aware of their own body space and the impact of their words and emotions on other people. So a lot of the work we do is reflective, through conflict mediation, through circles, through journaling, having them see their own impact on the world and then how to shift that or make a different choice next time.
Self-management is the ability to self-motivate, to have self-control, to regulate one's emotions.
In the classroom, that may be a breathing exercise, or that might be counting to 5 or taking a break.
So with students who don't really know how to deal with their anger or don't really know how to resolve conflict, we're giving them a tool that helps them deal with it in a less stressful way.
Social awareness is about embracing diversity, showing empathy for others. Activities might include service learning projects, addressing social justice issues. Role-playing is a great opportunity for students to address how a person might have felt in a conflict on the playground.
We're going to see if other people have had some of the very same experiences around bullying that we've had.
You're in my boat if you have a bully now.
Wow, I see a lot of people.
Relationship skills are important in project-based learning. It's the ability to work cooperatively with someone, to resolve conflict.
It's the one skill you need your whole life. You may not need calculus tomorrow, but you have to know how to work in relationship, whether it's for a coworker or a life partner. You have to know how to handle conflict and how to handle challenges.
Sometimes at recess, Hermione would come over and just start talking about us and saying mean things.
Is it your job to make Danae's job at school hard?
No, I know it's a form of bullying, and sometimes I'll say sorry to her.
So you choose to be someone's ally and make a better choice.
Responsible decision-making is considering the well-being for self and others. It's evaluating the consequences for various behaviors or actions. We do this through shared agreements, one-to-one problem solving, or having students debate an issue.
If you were like, hey, Kashida, how much does an A cost in this class? And you took out your wallet and and I was like, I think 50 bucks would work. Which one of us would be corrupt in that case?
You're the one that's asking for the money?
We're truly teaching these students to be productive citizens. We're teaching them life skills. We're teaching them how to problem solve effectively. We're teaching them how to be resilient.
I think of all the billions of dollars we've spent on Title I and all these intervention programs, and when all is said and done, what do we have to show for it? I think we're trying to teach technical things instead of devoting some of the resources to teach who you are as a person. Once you know who you are, then learning becomes exciting because you've already established a discipline.
It's important for teachers and principals to understand that it can't be a binder off the shelf. It can't be something that happens from 2:15 to 4:30 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It has to be part of the school culture.
giving teachers flexibility, giving them a range of skills, giving them different ways that it can look, and allowing them to take their own personality and match that to what they want in their classroom has been the best way to get authentic, true practice.
If we continue to do what we've always done, we're always going to get what we always got. Is that good enough? I don't think it's good enough for the 21st century. We need to be the outliers to try things that have never been tried and see if they work. What are we waiting for?
Hi, I'm Elliot Stein with the Night News, and I'm here with
Molly Perkins, Lily Kringle,
Cash Burgoyne, Ella Blossman. So, how did you feel about Second Step in the beginning?
So in the beginning, I thought that Second Step, I was very skeptical about it and didn't necessarily like it because I thought it was boring and stuff.
I felt kind of like, it's go time. I want to do my homework.
I thought it was kind of annoying that it was on a Monday. At first, I wasn't really sure what it was, but I knew that it was an anti-bullying thing. But as it went on, I realized that it was actually a pretty cool program and it allows you to express your feelings, something that middle schoolers need.
Then once we started getting into it, I realized why they chose for us to do it because it's definitely fun, helpful, and very interactive.
Right now, I really like it and think that it's fun to do, and I like all the activities and everything.
I think that it's honestly grown a lot more since then when we started it, to be honest, because it's gotten a lot more in-depth in real-world scenarios, and it just what do you think of this? So it's gotten a lot better now.
So how do you think it relates to students right now? Do you think their demonstrations are accurate?
I definitely think that their demonstrations are accurate and that it's a great way for students to learn how to handle rejection and how to learn how to not cause problems and do something that they'll regret.
I think it relates to middle schoolers in particular because middle schoolers need the most development when they're growing up, and high schoolers are already kind of there. Elementary schoolers are really young, so we need kind of that outlet. And so Second Step gives those kids an outlet, and I think middle schoolers need that.
I think that it's really fun and interactive, and it gives you a lot of good things to learn in different situations, and so you know what to do and when you come into those situations.
I think it's a good example on how to have a good relationship with others and ourselves.
Thank you. So I'm here with Ms. Berg, and I'm going to ask you a question about Second Step. How do you get your students engaged, and how do you get them to buy into Second Step each week?
I'd say it starts right from the beginning of class with having them clear their desks of everything. Nothing to distract them so that they just know that, all right, we're starting Second Step now, and take it seriously, and there's, again, nothing to distract them. I know we're supposed to talk about what makes it work well in my Second Step class, and I asked my students that, and what to them makes it work well. And some of the things they came up with was that we have deep conversations, that we listen to everyone's opinion in the room, that I share my own experiences with them, and they appreciate that, and then that encourages them to share their own experiences too. One of them said that to get students engaged, you have to be engaged, and so I think that's a big part of it for us as teachers, is for us to be engaged and share our own experiences with them. Another thing that they pointed out was that, I don't read the questions. I have student leaders read the questions, and student leaders call on people in the room. So it really is kind of a student-led Second Step. This worked from the start with a lot of students, with most of them running my Second Step this way. And then what I found through the course of the year is that the kids who weren't really participating before, who stayed quiet, well, now they're raising their hands too, and they want their voice to be heard as well. And so now at this point, everybody is completely engaged, and we've become a little you know, it's corny, but a little second step family, you know, and it's pretty cool. Yeah.
I totally agree. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, that's a great question. I have a good group during Go Time, and how I get their buy-in is we take it serious. We act out some of the scenarios so that we can actually experience what it's like for a middle school kid to have those kind of anger issues or pause and reflect moments. It's something that they enjoy, I think, doing on Mondays now.
Thank you so much.
So I don't think it's me keeping the students engaged. I think it's the students keeping themselves engaged. It's about them, and so they do a really good job with it. They participate most of the time, and they take it as seriously as they should most of the time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.